Sense. And we are recording this, going to videotape it, and it'll be streamed off of the Parks and Open Space website. Thank you all for coming. I'm Adrian Card with Colorado State University here in Boulder County. I'm the Agriculture Extension Agent, and we've got a great program prepared for you today about exploring organic agriculture. And to start off with, how many of you started off the morning by hitting the opening time of the farmer's market at 8 a.m.? Did anybody hit farmer's market first? So we apologize. We recognize this is a scheduling conflict of the first farmer's market of the year. We had many complex schedules to coordinate, and this landed us the best time. So apologies to those who could not attend or could not get to the farmer's market because of it. So our goals today is to provide an overview of the opportunities and realities and challenges of running a certified organic farm or ranch, as well as discussing the larger economic landscape of agriculture in Colorado and how it fits into the agricultural industry in Colorado. So, we are in an atmospheric research building, and it's appropriate that we'll start with a high-level approach to this. So, we're going to start first at 30,000 feet. We're going to take a view exploring agriculture through the value chain approach, looking at ag in its entirety and some of the opportunities that we might have here in Boulder County in the food and ag system and economy. In addition, we will explore state-level data on consumer attitudes regarding the organic market. After lunch, we will continue our conversation, move down to about 15,000 feet, if you will, and we're going to have Mark Lipson from the USDA present Is Organic an Option for Me? And give us those considerations. Keeping going down in the atmospheric metaphor, we'll hit 7,000 feet, 7,500 feet, and look into exploring some of the local markets with two local buyers that we're bringing in to talk with you today. And then finally down to the farm and ranch level, we'll look at the nuts and bolts of really what it takes to get certified organic. We'll have Amy Stafford from the Colorado Department of Agriculture. So, and finally, would you believe that we'll have an open bar at 3 p.m.? So this will help to, yes, an open bar. It's all apple juice and orange juice. It's going to be open. It will be alcoholic beverages, and we're hoping that this will help fuel a social hour to help you guys network and talk more afterwards, after we get through the program. So, and for those of you that don't know, Boulder County Parks and Open Space owns and administers 25,000 acres of open space agricultural land that's leased back to tenants. 14,000 acres are irrigated land, and the department wanted me to mention that without these farmers and ranchers, this program would not be possible. So with them, their participation in the program, their stewardship, their crop share fees that come back to the department really make the program successful. Additionally, part of the impetus for today's programming is exploring an output of our cropland policy process, where we identified that we wanted to have in the county on those 14,000 acres a 20% certified organic target. And the policy reads where market forces allow. So we want to use today's program to explore that as well. And that target is by 2020. So without further ado, and apologies to my cold, in my delivery today, I want to bring up our two commissioners, Cindy Domenico and Deb Gardner, for some other opening remarks. Help me welcome Cindy and Deb.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's really nice to see all of you here today. I look out and I see familiar faces from, hate to admit this, but my childhood, actually, as well as new friends and friends that we met along the way as we talked about cropland policy and what the future of agriculture here in Boulder County is. We're really happy that you're here today to explore this topic with us. Excited that you're interested and hope that you'll be able to stay the full day and through to the open bar later on this afternoon. Didn't know that was part of it, so that'll be interesting. And you know, nothing is so important to all of us as food is, and what's happening in our world in terms of food. And so we're looking forward to your input, to the intellect and the thoughtful things that the presenters will bring to us today. We're very excited about the possibilities of connecting producers to marketplaces that they haven't maybe seen before. And so we're really, really pleased that you're here, and looking forward to what you bring to us as we move the needle in our food analysis here in Boulder County.
Thanks, Cindy. And I just want to thank you all for coming. As Adrian said, I know we all had many choices to our activities this morning, and you chose to be here. So thank you. And earlier, before this meeting started, Cindy and I met with the Food and Ag Policy Council and tried to, bring a little focus, I think, to what they have been doing, and our commitment going forward is not only to meetings like this, but to being more engaged in what the Food and Ag Policy Group is doing, what also is happening on, I know we've got Tim Plass here from the Boulder City Council, and Cindy and I have been working with him and a bunch of other people from around the county who are trying to do more work around local food and what does that mean to each of us. And I think it's when we've been doing different surveys that we do, we find that this is something that has heightened interest around the county for many of the people that live here, all the way from people who really are uninformed about where their food comes from to the people like yourselves who are actually growing the food. And I think part of our role in that whole process is to be able to bring all that together. And thank you again for being here, and we're really looking forward to the conversations, not just from today, but going forward, because it really feels like an exciting time to be involved in food and agriculture. Well, I've always been actively involved in food, but kind of more from the fact that I eat it every day, but in the agriculture piece of what we're trying to do here in the county. So thanks again for taking your time to be here. Thanks, Adrian.
Our third County Commissioner, Elise Jones, was very excited about this program and its development and delivery. She could not be here today and sends her regrets. So let's do a quick audience participation engagement piece. How many of you eat? Great. How many of you are actively involved in a farm as a owner or a producer, farm or ranch? Great. We've got a number of farmers and ranchers. How many of you are agricultural professionals working in the agricultural sector as an educator or an industry member? How many of you are running a food-related business? Fantastic. How many of you, some of you can raise your hands multiple times, how many of you are an advocate within the food system? All right, great. Well, thank you for your engagement today. Housekeeping, restrooms are at the north end of the lobby. If you look at where the divider doors are there and walk in that direction, they're there through the lobby. After each session, we're having a Q&A session after each presentation. On your tables, you'll note that there are note cards and a pen. As you hear the presenters present today and you listen to their content, a question comes up, write that question on the note card, pass it to the end of the row. Jennifer Kemp and Megan Huffman, Jennifer's in the back of the room, and Megan, they're going to be walking around during the presentation and collecting those. As we get to the end of each presentation session, we'll find representative questions that try to touch the whole gamut of range of questions, and I'll be asking those of the presenters. Lunch will be served at noon in the lobby, and we'll eat in here. Okay. And as I mentioned before, our social hour from 3 to 4:30 p.m. is sponsored by Alfalfa's Market. Thank you, Mark. And to Asher Brewing Company and Boulder County Parks and Open Space Foundation. So come thirsty. Please visit our resource area in the lobby for more information from USDA, Colorado Department of Agriculture, Boulder County, and other entities. So, are you guys ready?